Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into a huge shift happening in artificial intelligence. We're talking about AI moving beyond just cold, hard logic and into the much more complex world of human intuition. For the longest time, what we expected from AI was pretty straightforward. You ask a question, you get the right answer. But as we look towards 2026, the whole game is changing. The goal is no longer just about providing the right information. It's about understanding the right feeling. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll cover how AI is moving beyond simple answers. Then, we'll explore how it reads our unspoken emotions. We'll look at some key ways it's being used, get clear on how these machines actually learn, and finish up with the all-important human safeguards we need.
Okay, let's jump right in. Section 1. AI Beyond Answers. This is all about the switch from just spitting out information to creating meaningful interaction.
And this isn't some far-off science fiction fantasy. It's happening now. At the recent Consumer Electronics Show, CES, we saw the debut of emotional support robots. Their entire purpose is to listen not just to what we say, but how we say it, to really find the meaning behind our tone, our pauses, and our facial expressions.
So that brings us to Section 2. How in the world does this actually work? How can a machine read something we don't even say out loud?
Well, the secret is in what you could call the data of emotion. These systems are being trained to pick up on the tiniest nonverbal cues. We're talking about that slight tremor in your voice when you're stressed, or the unusual pauses between words when you're feeling uncertain, even subtle shifts in your eyes. To the AI, all of these are signals.
And here's the crucial part. Each of those little cues gets turned into a data point. The AI analyzes all these patterns to build a picture of your emotional state, and then it decides how to respond. And that's the moment it transforms from just a smart gadget into a tool for real human-like interaction.
So where is this technology actually making a difference? Let's dive into Section 3, a companion for the vulnerable, and look at the key applications. A primary focus is on our aging populations. In many parts of the world, loneliness among the elderly is a genuine crisis, and this is one of the first places emotional AI is being deployed. Now let's be super clear. These machines are not meant to replace family. That's not the goal at all. Instead, they act as a practical support system. They can provide daily conversation, sense if a person's mood has taken a negative turn, and if needed, they can even alert family or caregivers. They're there to help reduce that void that loneliness creates.
The next big area is for children. You know how many kids struggle to put big, complex feelings like stress or fear into words? An emotional support robot can offer a completely new way to understand what they're going through.
The key distinction here is the intent. The goal is absolutely not surveillance. It's to be a helpful companion. The AI might engage a child in a game or a gentle conversation to get a sense of what's on their mind, which can give parents insight without being intrusive. And finally, there's the application for mental stress. This is a very sensitive area, of course, but it holds some incredible promise for providing that initial, accessible support. Research shows that sometimes it's just easier for people to open up to someone, or something, that they know won't judge them. An AI can be a perfect non-judgmental sounding board. It doesn't criticize or compare, and that makes it a potentially valuable tool for things like daily check-ins and managing stress.
Okay, on to Section 4. This is where we have to make a really critical distinction, the difference between a machine recognizing an emotion and actually feeling one. It's the question everyone asks, right? When a robot seems to understand you, does it actually feel anything? And the answer is a very clear and simple no. They don't. These machines have zero consciousness. They have no personal memories, no life experiences, and absolutely no emotions of their own. So what are they doing? Well, they're becoming experts at pattern recognition. The more an AI interacts with you, specifically, the better it gets at understanding your unique emotional patterns and behaviors. It's not feeling, it's learning. And that brings us to our final and maybe most important section, the human safeguards. With technology this powerful, how do we even begin to navigate the ethics? There are three huge questions we have to address. First, transparency. Does the user always know they're talking to a machine? Second, data privacy. This is deeply personal data. Who controls it? And third, human oversight. Is there a clear protocol for a human to step in when a situation gets serious?
The good news is that the responsible companies in this space are taking these questions very seriously. They're building these systems with strict data privacy, setting clear boundaries on what the AI can and cannot do, and creating mandatory triggers for human intervention.
And at the end of the day, this is what it all comes back to. Emotional AI is not being designed to replace human connection. It's meant to be a supportive tool, something to help us through difficult moments when another person might not be available.
So, we'll end with this thought. These machines have no feelings of their own, but they are getting incredibly good at reading ours. As this technology becomes a part of our daily lives, the biggest question we all have to answer is, where do we draw the line?